All right, why don't we go ahead and get started? Could I get a note taker for today?
I'm happy to do it.
Well, I really appreciate that. All right, let's go ahead and start off with our new faces. I don't see any new faces, so we can hop right into pull requests or RFCs. Um, we can talk about the one that's currently still open. I actually reached out to the author, who's this? Craig Andrews, and they have actually opened an upstream RFC. My plan is to give this a once over this afternoon and give my support to it, assuming that it looks about right. So if you're interested in uh, image labeling, especially of the build packs themselves, then I would say that uh, makes sense, and you should check this out. As for the other two RFCs, I don't have any updates on this draft RFC. I was out last week for a good chunk of last week, so didn't really have time to look at this. And I don't know what the status of this is from Jericho. So that's where I'm at with both of those. Any questions?
No.
Great. C and B updates. I guess other than the upstream RFC, which actually here, let me grab a link to that. Oh, you appear to have an update though.
Yeah, I was just going to add, like, we were talking with Ozzy, and I think he didn't make it to the last meeting, but he's going to try and ask about when extensions might become non-experimental. Because
Okay.
we're just thinking that, like, that's once that happens, then, we'd probably propose to move the UBI projects that are in Paketo community over to Paketo Buildpacks. But
Speak,
that,
speak, speak of the man, and he shall
that's
appear.
right. Did we say Ozzy 3 times?
How's it going?
It's
Going
not
good.
bad. How about you?
Oh, yes. Yeah, got a lot of things going on. What's up?
I was just saying that I was in terms of CMB updates, I was going to say that you were going to ask about when extensions would become non-experimental.
Yeah. I'll ask
Didn't
that
make
on
it to
next
the
week's
last one.
working group. Yeah.
Just as and sort of as a heads up that we see that, like, once that becomes non-experimental, then we'll probably want to say, like, hey, can we move the UBI things and then Paketo community into Paketo build packs as ready to go.
I think that there's an interesting discussion to be had about what we want to do. I don't know that I have. I'm not going to say that I'm opposed to that, but I would be interested to hear how other people feel about moving it into the full Paketo Build Packs project, and whether or not to say that oh, we have UBI in the Paketo project, we would want to maybe support more than just Java Node or anything to that effect. But I also don't know that I have a strong coherent argument right now, so I would love to hear like a larger discussion about it, but probably doesn't need to happen until what, a couple months from now, when you're actually able to move the extensions from being experimental or whatever, because it's probably the timetable that's going to take.
I mean, that's just going to be a statement by things certain, and probably a release of lifecycle and pack as well that will carry that. It won't be any work from our end because the only
Yes.
thing that makes them experimental is obviously the life cycle and pack tooling that declares them as such whenever you try to use them.
Yes, sorry. What I was saying about that was not on our end, but just like it'll probably take a month or so to get a new release of a life cycle, new release of pack, have them make an
Yep.
official statement, that sort of thing. So, in that time, we can have a larger discussion about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense to understand, like, if there's other things that should happen first or whatever. But that seemed like one that made sense anyway to us.
I Sounds
Cool.
good. Are there any other CMB updates or questions? No. All right. Project update. Just in case you missed it, congrats to Jan. He was reelected. He's now on a 2-year term. After next year, both Dan Makuza and I will no longer be part of the steering committee unless, of course, we want to run for reelection. And so that's how that'll work. It'll be a sort of always one person on the steering committee at any given time to make sure that the transfer of duties is seamless. Other than that, I don't have any other project updates. Are there any project updates worth calling out here? Nope. Okay. Are there any open mic discussion topics? I think it's going to be very brief today.
Only just made it then.
I know.
Yeah, you just made it exactly.
It's a vacation week.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'll
All
see
right.
y'all, folks.
Take care. All.
Have a good long weekend.
Yeah.
See you later. Bye.